Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And I still got that smile on my face. I am walking on cloud nine, but as always, I don't walk on cloud nine alone. I walk on cloud nine with the greatest panelists in the world at the moment, and it's called the Man United Agenda. And we've got Mr. B, who's hiding, OMONDI, and Andy. Welcome to the channel.
I'm here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And I am only 2 minutes late. That's it. 2 minutes late. That's a record for me at the moment. Normally, it's about 4 or 5 minutes. I am only 2 minutes late. But, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're giving us a like, share, and subscribe. We are on the road to 2.5k subscribers. But before we get into that, I just want to introduce this fantastic panels tonight. And it is I am solo, and Mr. B, OMONDI, and Andy. So how we feeling today?
Very good.
Yeah, Mr. B still rubbing his hands, isn't he?
Yeah, man. Still chill. I've been doing this to all of them today, boy. Every time I send out a message, they've got to start answering them now. It's been maybe 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's been 12 hours since most of the messages went out. So I'm starting to get the blue ticks and the responses that I expected. So yeah, it's been a great day today, man.
It's like it's been a long time.
It's been a long time coming. I know a change is going to come. A Sam Cooke you're trying to sing there, isn't it? Do you want to say, Mr. B, I love your portrait there of Ten Hag. And it's worthy to put and be on your wall right now, because he is the man responsible for this change in fortune. He is the man responsible for giving us multiple facets of play, where we can manage certain situations brilliantly. I'm just so impressed with the man right now. He's a top coach.
And Andy, woo! How are you feeling today, sir?
Bouncing, loved it. Like I say, on the way home last night, I was singing "Only Fools and Horses." Got the rhyming slang, bit of Del Boy. Loved it. Wings clipped, back to normality. And I saw the meltdown on the Arsenal fans on YouTube. Brilliant, old school Arsenal.
Yeah, same old Arsenal. But before we go, guys, welcome to the channel. And as always, Andy is normally at the game, so we are going to give Andy like a little breakdown of how the emotional, the atmosphere as well, inside the ground, and just talk to us a little bit about what you saw, what changes again, because it's every week Man United play, you can see something different from the first game to where we're up to now.
Yeah, well, I'll say the atmosphere was really good. It was building inside the stadium, outside as well. They're still protesting. There's still green and gold scarves going around. Fans are still voicing their opinion. It was peaceful. It was not nasty, nothing malicious. There's banners in the ground. The warm up. I was a bit shocked with the way that the team was announced. I thought, wow, no Casemiro or Ronaldo. Wow, that was when and Anthony starting. Okay, very good, very positive. I think as the game got started, was both seeing each other out the first 10 minutes, and it sort of sprung into life. A nice little back heel from Antony, crossed, and Eriksen should have made it 1-0. And about 2 minutes later, all hell broke loose with a controversy in this weekend of controversies all over the Premier League. A foul on Eriksen, Arsenal go through, score 1-0. And the thing is, the referee wasn't going to even go. He had to be told to go. The ref was going to give it. You could see the Arsenal fans on the faces. Oh, quiet. Soon as it come up, VAR check on the scoreboard, it was announced. All the crowd, the Arsenal fans went, oh, quiet. And they looked it, snaps it. No goal. That's it. Brilliant. Move on. Get on with it. Stop moaning. And the build-up play was right. It was like a bit patchy, but still dominant. And the way we took the goal was really good. Bruno nearly lost his legs. You see when he got fouled. But Rashford, quiet game, but he made an assist. He scored 2, And then he made that first assist for Anthony. No, I said Ronaldo, apologies. And he took his goal really well. And the way he celebrated, like, doing all that, winding up the Arsenal fans and the referees like that. You can't do that, lad. You can't do that. No, give over, jog on. It was brilliant. And the Arsenal fans were like, "Oh, you're singing what a waste of money before." And if you sing that, what a waste of money, you know what I mean? And they were motoring like that because he went over near the corner flag. He scored and he sorted it. And the second half was pretty much, you knew Arsenal were going to come into it. They had a 10-minute spell. They had 2 chances before they scored. And Saka took his goal well, really took his goal well. And it was like, oh, you're not going to have clean sheets forever. We've had 2 clean sheets in the 2 previous games. And it was just a lapse. It was nothing like the defending previously of the Brentford and Brighton games. And it was just a lapse, one of those things. Martinez, he went under his legs. It's just one of those things. But United, I think it was the triple substitution that changed everything for Arsenal. And it was like, we certainly took advantage. We certainly took advantage of it. And Ronaldo coming on, and not Casemiro, that was a bit weird. That was a bit weird for me. It's like, took off Sancho, brought in Ronaldo. What's going on here? It's like, But Arsenal pushing forward with the substitutions. We sort of got them breaks. The ball from Bruno was like first class. First class. He just dinked it straight through the eye of a needle. And Rashford, he took his goal well. I thought he scuffed it and it was going wide. He got a deflection. But he took his goal well. And you could see a sort of a relief as well. He was a bit relieved. And the way he celebrated, because my angle near the corner flag, I think, oh, this is going wide, this. But it went in, people having a better view in the Stretford end. And the second goal as well, Arsenal pushing forward. Oh, sorry, the third goal, Arsenal pushing forward. And another great ball by Bruno and Eriksen. Oh, he's brilliant for the freebie. Absolutely brilliant. Worth his weight in gold. 10 times a player what Paul Pogba is. Pardon me. 10 times a player. And just setting up that third goal, that was so sweet. And we should have had maybe 1 or 2 more, but 3 points done. Arsenal fans moaning. Happy days, singing Only Fools and Horses on the way home as well. Did the Stretford paddock, and I came home and had a pizza and watched match in the day without a controversy.
Oh, don't you find it funny, when I don't know if you guys are like me, but if Man United lose, I switch off all sort of anything to do when it comes to social media. I don't go on my phone, I don't put the TV on, or if I put the TV on, I put like BBC One on, or put something on that got no relevance to football whatsoever. But yesterday, I got in, I was on my phone, I had Sky Sports on, I'm sitting there, I'm sort of texting, and I'm trying to banter Arsenal fans, but again, they're all in hiding at the moment. Or if they're out, they're making excuses about being top of the league. Again, we're saying there, Andy, we did a live watch along yesterday. So guys, if you haven't watched the live watch along yet, just go make sure you go check out the channel. I think whose goal was it? The second goal when Mr. B was winding.
That certainly was.
I wasn't.
Mr. B got the old school. He was like Mr. B, like, when you're like 18 in the club and stuff like that. That's why Mr. B was giving the jam.
Part-time saying he started like Shakira.
Shakira. Mate. If you want to front like you're 18 again, go for it. We all dance. I love the 80s music, but you want to dance like an 18-year-old, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. B.
It's not in-betweeners dance. If he's that in-betweeners dance like that, you know what I mean?
Do the shuffle. It's just a shuffle.
Yeah, the shuffle and the roll.
Oh, brilliant. Guys, again, obviously we did it. So we're just going to quickly round up what our thoughts were from yesterday. Obviously, we did a watch along on Mondays, and I thought, to be honest with you, us three being there, and it's something that we've been saying for a long time we need to do, and I think we will start doing a bit more, because yesterday the chemistry I thought was amazing. But not only the chemistry, we won that game, and I thought we won it convincingly as well, even though like Omundi was saying, like I think, was it Mr. B, when we were 1-0 up on Monday, was going, I'm going to give him hell. I'm going to give him hell. And I'm sitting there going, whoa, wait, not yet, 90 minutes, man, 90 minutes. And Omundi was sort of like going, no, let's give him hell. I was like, no, hold it down. But Omundi's sort of confidence basically sort of rubbed off on me anyway, because I'm one of these people, when I'm watching the game, I'm waiting for that 90 minutes. I want the 90 minutes whistle to, if we go 1-0 up, it could be after 1 minute. I want the whistle to hurry up and go. But obviously Omundi waited, and did predict about 3-0 win as well. But obviously I predicted 3-1, so my one came through, just saying. But guys, again, Mr. B, yesterday, what a great day.
Yeah. It was a result that I predicted. I've got 2 right this season so far. My mind did change. Obviously, it was 2-1, went to 3-1. But Arsenal are Arsenal, man. They talk too much shit. Their fans talk too much shit. Their manager's lost. He's talking a whole load of shit. I'm just glad we stuck it to him, man. I realise where my hatred really lies, and it is with that club. Honestly.
On Monday. And again, go on Monday, because I was going to ask Andy in a minute about Scott, but you go first on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get insight from Andy from the stadium, because even though we watch the game, we don't really see everything. Andy gets to see the whole pitch, and we only see sort of segments with the cameraman. So I'm always interested to hear what's going on. How is Anthony? All these sort of lots of good insight like that. Just want to say, Rashford, he's welcome back to the Ras family, and you know what the Ras means? The Ras means dreadlocks. I'm gonna start calling him Jar Rashford Selassie because he's back. He's back, and I'm really proud of him. And like you said, Andy was saying, when he did score, you could see how much it meant to him. I think he went down his knees and the passion, I mean, when you're gliding through the air like that and the crowd are on you and you're away from the defender and you can feel the wind through your ears and you're running in on goal and he's like, those moments are amazing. And to run away, it's just a relief. Credit to him. It's character building again. Once again, you have your dips and then you have your high moments again. So big up to Rashford for scoring those goals. Even though I agree with Andy, he's not back, as in he's playing sensational, but he's finishing his dinner, that's for sure. And that's all he can do for the fans. Once again, Andy said, talking about Eriksen, he said he's 10 times better than Pogba, or 1,000 times, whatever it takes. But I think he's Pogba, similar players, both two-footed players, both players that you should have in your team, someone who can change a game with a pass, get out his feet, that kind of thing. But I do like Eriksen because I think it's the humbleness about him and what he's been through. So to see him be so successful so early, it's just amazing. He must feel the love from the fans right now, because hopefully the fans will get behind him. And I think the whole world of football's behind him after what happened to him as well. And just to say again, I think we should do this more often, because of the price been coming around to my house and watching the game, because with the price of electricity and all that, we could all make a saving, guys. Just turn off your TV, turn off your electrics, and come around mine. Everyone's welcome.
Brilliant. And Mr. B is a lucky mascot at the moment, apparently. So yeah.
Yes, he is.
Quick one, Andy. On Scott, a lot of criticism he's had over the past sort of season or two. The Mac F this, Mac F, whatever they want to call him. But don't you? At the moment, his performance is warrant at least people just coming off his back a little bit now.
Yeah, I think he's actually taken the criticism. He's openly I don't know if he's admitted it, but he's taken the criticism. He's seen it on board. But he's actually dogged. I mean, them first two games, he was awful. It was just like Fred. And now I think if you put somebody, he's actually, I would say this, like some of them players like Fred and McTominay, they've seen the attitude of Martinez. They've seen the attitude of Delo. They've seen the attitude of other players, and they've actually, blooming hell, they're feeding off it now. They're actually looking and learning. They're learning, and that's the best thing about it. They've got an attitude now, because it was like, oh, it's not my fault. Yet you lost the ball in the previous games. It's your fault. They were just looking at each other and blaming. But now there is a determination. He's dogged. He's actually looking like a player we know he can be, even though I'm not a McTominay fan. There will be games where again this season, there will be games where he'll have a poor game, but he'll play well. But the last two games, he's been brilliant. But he's taken the attitude some of them other players, and it's been brilliant to look at. And I want him to continue it. And when Casemiro, I was surprised McTominay went no Casemiro yesterday. And I was thinking, all right, don't change your winning team again. That's fine. It's fair enough. And I'm sure that you might even get a rest for Thursday. But the determination of McTominay, very satisfied with it. And I hope he continues with it. But 2 games don't make nothing. It's like Rashford. You can't turn up for 2 games and not turn up for 2 games. You've got to be week in, week out now. And I'm sure these players have actually, there's nobody been in the room. All of a sudden, pardon the pun, the lights have gone on. They've been out for the last 6 months. So it's good to see, and I want to see more of it.
Yeah, 100% with you there. But we are going to come on to the next subject. So before we go to the next subject, Omundi, would you mind going through some of these comments? And guys, if 19 in the chat, if you haven't yet hit that like button, please give us a like. And if you're new to the channel, just give us a subscribe as well, please.
Yes, I want to say hi to Eddie Football Waffle, saying he was on the show, the post-match review with us yesterday, talking about what we're going to go on to next, which is about the bid. Matthew Bassett as well. Hello, good evening to everyone in the chat. Go Paul, how you doing, man? Go Paul, becoming a real regular. Respect, man. Big up to Pat Lawless. Shame you couldn't come over again from Ireland, but you'll be back. Gavin Ward's in the house saying, "What's up, peeps?" Nice little chat going on here. I want to say hi to Stuart Marshall. Big up to Stuart Marshall. I'm seeing you a lot lately on social media and everywhere I go. And
he's also did
games
the video.
Well.
He did a video as well for us on the previews, on the reaction, on the show yesterday as well. Yeah.
Big up Stuart Marshall, man. We respect you and love you. And you're going to every game. Big up to Rush Mano. He said LUHG. I don't know what that means. Anyone help me out with that?
Love United. Love United. Hate Glazer.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay.
Want to say hi to our new member, and that's Christine Howley. Christine Howley.
Welcome.
She's signed up as a member, and we thank you for that. That means, Christine, you've got a space on my sofa. If you ever want to come over, you've got a space right on my sofa, and you can sit down and watch the game with us. That's your free.
You can also join the takeaway as well on Friday night. Just let us know.
I wanted that sounded a bit creepy, man.
Well, she's my girlfriend, so it doesn't matter. She's my girlfriend, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Stumpy is saying, good evening, gent. Salad, Stumpy. Pat saying, smash the like button. Welcome to the gent to everyone. Gavin Ward saying, so we're going to get into it now. Oh, no, we'll come to that later, Gavin. Sorry, we're talking about the prices. We're going to go to that. So Stuart Marshall saying, another great day at the Theatre of Improvement.
I like that one. I like that.
Bartime saying, Mr. B is dancing like a 25-year-old Shakira. Mac average wasn't average anymore for once. That's from Rush Mano. Talking about
Rush. Long time no see.
Sorry, Bath time saying you're still talking. We're going to come on to those things, guys. Sorry about that to cut you. I think Ronaldo will play the European game. Says just telling. Tomley has just suddenly become a world-class player, guys. Says go Paul.
Well, Bath time will be happy with that.
Just going through to see.
We've got Vincent there as well. Vincent, thanks for yesterday.
Anthony saying, sorry, UK Strange saying Anthony was fire.
Water.
Yes, Rushmano saying Anthony looked decent and some nice tricks. Box is saying Ericsson is efficient and consistent. There's a difference between maybe him and Ericsson.
Thanks, Vincent, yesterday as well for the video.
Vincent saying no, he thinks he's a dreadlock Rasta on one day. A Ras is a Rasta. Yeah, so for now, Rashford to me is the Ras Selassie Rashford. Dodge the bullet with Pogba, says Rushmano. Ericsson is great. He's levels above the witch Pogba. Stuart Marshall saying Ericsson is an absolute genius, bringing out the best in Bruno and other players as well. I want to say hi and Carissa Masons too. Andy Herbert, who's an Arsenal fan who follows us, and he takes it. It's all sport, isn't it? Says what a load of crap that was. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
His brother must have terrorized him.
Yeah.
If we made one Arsenal fan suffer, it was worth the win.
And Gavin Ward saying, "OMONDI the super pimp." I would be a pimp because she wasn't my girlfriend. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's enough.
And we've got Emma as well in the building.
Emma, how you doing, man? Just wanted to watch United win. Yes, I'll talk to UK Australians. And Robbie Norman, hello Robbie. He's saying, what's with the Irish connection, Andy? Hello, lads.
I wear my Island shirt to remember my mum. She's not here anymore, and she was from Galway. So yeah, that's why I wear the Island shirt. I'm going to continue wearing it because it's actually working. We've won 2 home games and won 2 different Island shirts. So I'm going to stick with the Island theme. It's better than wearing the first team shirt. So yeah. Long may it continue. I'll wear the Island shirts. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know what this is about. What's this? Oh,
something. Messi's had a flop run at PSG. What do you think of Messi's flop run at PSG? I don't. If you're saying flop in performance, I think Messi's playing well. He's dropped a lot deeper. He's not getting the amount of goals he used to get because he's playing a different role, in my opinion. But I don't know what people are thinking about that.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to adapt, hasn't he? Ronaldo's got to adapt. Even the world's greatest have to adapt.
Yeah, to keep their playing career. Ryan Giggs adapted, didn't he, back in the days where he had to move from the left to central as well. So a lot of players do it. Right, guys, if you're new to the channel, 20 in the chat, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And now we are going to be going on to about someone having their mojo back. And this is the one and only Rashford. So we're going to kickstart with Andy. Andy, obviously, we did touch on Rashford. Now, we talk about debuts and things like Anthony scored on his debut, but when you look at Rashford, I think, what is it? Europa League scored on his debut, his Premier League debut against Arsenal scored as well, a brace. Did he score? I think he scored in Champions League on his debut as well. But Rashford, for the last, say, season or maybe 2 seasons, it doesn't seem like he's got the confidence of the player he did have, or he reached a certain level and he's basically stuck at that level now? Or do you think now it's a case of he's got a manager who sort of understand football a bit more, who will get him into this rhythm and start actually take him to the next level and put him in, make him become a world-class player, Andy?
Well, it's up to both of them. It's the belief and the guidance from Ten Hag, and it's up to Rashford to do what he wants. If he's got any chance of getting into the World Cup squad, he's got to start performing week in, week out. I mean, I'll stand on the side. I'm not his biggest fan at the moment. For the last 18 months, I don't think anybody has. His body language has been awful. He snapped at fans after the match last season as well. But I think he's come back. He's taken the criticism constructively. And he's actually, he's worked his socks off. He looked really good in pre-season, really well on the tour in Australia and Bangkok. First 2 games, I think he was off the boil, but he's played some assists now and he scored some goals and he's done well. But it's up to I think he's got his corner now. Ten Hag's got his corner. He's got a manager who will believe him. And it was supposed to be a meeting, and he said, "Like, are you going to play me as a number 9?" Well, you got your chance against Liverpool, so he played him, and he's stuck with him ever since. So Ronaldo's got to keep it going, and if there's another level, only Rashford will have to seize the chance and go forward with it. I really hope he does.
Yeah. Again, it's Mr. B. I know you're a Rashford guy. I was going to say something that one of our panelists at the bottom used to call him when we used to play back a few seasons ago. But Rashford obviously went to the World Cup, and I don't think he should have gone to the World Cup because of the injury he had. He had a shoulder injury and also something like a leg injury as well. But looking at the But looking at what sort of Andy is saying there, Mr. B, it's about basically it's the manager and the player sort of believe in what he can basically do and to take him to the next level. So do you think he's got the mojo back now?
I still think it's too early. You know me, I love Rashford. Nothing gives me more joy than seeing Rashford smiling after he scored. He scored a couple of goals, maybe the end of last season, where he looked like he was celebrating out of frustration. There was no smile, there was no happiness. You could see the genuine joy, which means that he in himself is now happy. Is he a better forward for the system than Martial? I don't think so. But because his name's Rashford, he will get on the pitch. He needs to take the chances that he gets on the pitch. Whether he misses or not, it doesn't matter. But get the chances and keep working and keep working and keep. So do you see Ten Hag? If those players don't want to work, they're going to be sitting down on the side. So he's got his place now. He's actually got the position. For me, the position is his to lose in the really big game. So it's up to him. If his head's right, it's not an issue. He looks happy. He looks content, and he has been. Well, you can see he's been working hard. So he's got his just desserts. I know there's a lot of people saying he's lucky for being in the positions that he was in on the pitch. You make your own luck. You make your own luck. If he wasn't running or if he had stayed still, he wouldn't be on the end of those passes. So fair play to him, and long may it continue, man.
Yeah, again, on Monday, is it he back with the mojo, or is it a case of, because again, I heard a few people today questioning the goals he scored against Arsenal. Apparently one of them was a deflection and the other one basically apparently was very lucky. But what do you think? Is it something with confidence now? Again, Bangkok coming on, scoring against Liverpool, getting that one goal against Liverpool to boost the confidence up, because in the Liverpool game, he did quite a lot of things positive in the Liverpool game. Then obviously in Southampton, he did as well. And then this game against Arsenal, he did a lot of things where people probably not looking at what he's doing on the pitch.
For me, Rashford, when I think about a typical Rashford goal, it's running in, being played through with space in behind. And he's got the pace. He exploits his pace to get beyond defenders and gets one-on-ones and slots it into the goal. That's the majority of his goals. I've seen him when he played out on the left, trying to cut in and shoot. Rarely scores like that. But the last few goals he scored, running through, using his pace like that, that's his forte. That's what he does really well. I don't think he's improved as a player. I think I would like to see him in a game against a low block, for example, playing little 1-2s in tight areas, but when he's got that freedom to play in behind teams like that, I think that's when you see the best of him. I'm going to leave it there because I want to touch on some of the comments, if that's all right, about Rashford. Because Barca said Rashford's back in the groove, coming for Palace and Liz Trust. Big up, boys. I told you, Allhag will relight Rashford. He's been my dream team since day one. 3-1 to Anthony Herbert. That's from his brother. Gavin Ward said, I wouldn't say he's got his mojo back yet, but he's in the right places at the right time. Simply like
right headspace.
Pat Lawless is saying Rashford looks like he's finally believed in himself and enjoying his football. Gavin Ward saying he's heading in the right direction. Bath Time saying Rashford did some clever stuff through the goals. If you want to know more, watch your eye test tomorrow, Tuesday at 10 p.m. Emma saying hopefully Rashford has a good talk with Ten Hag and the other coaches and his teammates. Robbie Norman saying Pat Lawless is on the bench tonight. Yes, he is. Stuart Marshall saying Rashford was class yesterday. Let's hope he can go on a run now. And Pat Lawless saying maybe the striking coaches of Benny McCarthy, who's recently been employed, might have had something to do with his current confidence. On top of that, his belief in him. And at the moment, Bath Time is thinking he'd put Rashford over Sancho at the moment. So yeah, that's the feeling from the people in the comments.
Yeah. Andy, going on to that as well, obviously Ronaldo is not really and truly having the opportunity to start a game. I know people reckon he's going to be like the Europa League guy, but is it a case of Rashford obviously he's probably down a pecking order? So if Martial was fit, Rashford probably wouldn't have the opportunity to play up top. And if he doesn't continue his form, then Ronaldo will come in, because it's almost like with Ten Hag, what I believe he's done with someone like Maguire and a Luke Shaw and a Wan-Bissaka, they've played themselves out of favour.
Yeah. I think it is, because you can see a manager who is not afraid to drop a big name. Like I say, he's dropped Maguire, he's dropped Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, and it's a fear we've needed. You've got to have fear in that dressing room. A bit, you're getting dropped, because Rashford is actually playing on it and living with it, and he's thriving on it, and he's working hard on Sunday. And Ronaldo as well. I think Ronaldo understands he's not the Ronaldo of 3 or 4 years ago, because he's got to adapt now. He's not going to play every week, and this Europa League, he could benefit this season. I mean, he could play, and he knows Spanish sides, and he knows this. He hasn't played in this competition, but wow, there's only one person who's won the entire set, and that's Jose Mourinho. How about the first player to win every European trophy? Now that will be something. That would be something. Ronaldo take us to the Europa League final, and I say there's only one Portuguese person, who's ever done that. That's Mourinho. Ronaldo could be the next player. The next person. So it's a benchmark. Ronaldo can use it. I'm sure if he scores on Thursday, he plays. He forces his way. It's food for thought for Sunday against Crystal Palace. He'll force himself into the reckoning. Because I say that some of them players now they'll be tired Thursday and there'll be changes. I see Ronaldo starting. I see Alanga starting. I maybe see Garnacho. So players are going to get a chance now. Casemiro as well. The new goalkeeper. He'll play. Is it Depravka?
Look up, yeah.
I can't pronounce him. Sorry. So
don't ask me to help you, Andy. There.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to have we've got a new goalkeeper. He's going to play. I think Maguire will play. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka will play. Even Fred Casemiro. So Eriksen, give him a rest because I would wrap Eriksen in cotton wool because he's so vital to the league. And after yesterday's win, I see us now. I can see us in the mix. If we carry on, we do well. I see us in the mix with Chelsea and Tottenham and Arsenal. I never saw that fortnight ago. Never seen that. But in the space of a fortnight, we can. I know we can mix it and fight for third and fourth place. And if we don't get it, fair enough. But we can. That's all you want, a bit of fight, and we can mix it. And we're definitely in the mix for the place in Europe for next season. Whether it comes off and what competition it is, that's up to United. But we are looking good, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. We're talking about Europe and stuff like that with it as and we're just coming off topic slightly here. But what would you guys prefer? Mr. B asked me the question, I think was it yesterday. What would I prefer? Would I prefer us to finish fifth and win Europa League, or would I rather us finish top four? And I said to Mr. B, I'd rather finish fifth and win Europa League because it still get you in Champions League and it's a trophy. So yeah. Let's go to some of the comments there, please, Omundi. And guys, 18 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, just give us a like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, so yeah, we were talking about Rashford. Richard Herbert's here saying it's all about Liz trust today. Put your trust in Rashford. Believe he's back. Better players around him this season. Come on, Rashford, light my fire. That's an Andy Herbert 3-1. We talked about that. Emma's saying other than his goals, Sancho's been meh because it was suggested by Bath Time that Sancho he would have Rashford over Sancho at the moment. And he's saying, am I mad for saying Rashford should start over Sancho at the moment? It's good to have these arguments. Stuart Marshall saying, bringing Maguire was an absolute slap in the face for all the gooners. Rush Martin saying, Rashford just needs to keep his head down and enjoy playing football. 2 years of nothing and wasted. I want to say hi to Red or Dead.
We got welcome.
That rhymes with Fred, doesn't it? He said Rashford asked for the number 9 from Ten Hag. Go Paul saying Casemiro was shocking when he came on the pitch. Dead or Red or Dead saying Rashford has pace to burn. Want to say hi to Steve Fletcher, one of the originals. How you doing, Steve? He says big up to all the chat and all the people in the chat and the panel. Bath Time saying I'd quite like to bring Sancho on if we need to keep possession, etc. But I think Rashford's directness is what we need at the moment. He also says that Ronaldo was very good when he came on against Arsenal. Here's a good one from Richard. Richard saying, you see all these ones dropped play Thursday night. Let's get behind them and make people play for their places and give them a great headache for Ten Hag. Let's put this great squad together. So you see, he's really encouraging comments here. Loving it. Pat Lord is saying, Rashford is proof that no matter how poor your form is, if you put your head down, the goals will come. Come on, Rashford. So you can see what we're saying here. People are really encouraged by Rashford's form. I just want to say hi to Brush. There's no popcorn, but he's saying like, share, sub, and subscribe. And finally says, yeah, you can read it. He says what he says at the end there. Thank you.
I will say one thing about Harry Maguire. This is weird. When he came on after we scored, the scoreboard stopped. It was It said 74 minutes, and it was locked. for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what the hell's is this an X-File? And I'm like, oh, I lost my shit. I mean, what's Andy Maguire's come on, the clock stopped. People are laughing at me. I told you, look, he stopped time. He stopped time. Then he went back to 84 minutes. And I'm like, we lost 10 minutes. We lost 10 minutes. It was a blip in the space-time continuum. There was no DeLorean involved, but yeah, that was honestly, he played well for like 10 minutes, Maguire, but he made a bad tackle only because Casemiro lost it. But God, I was oh no, I was just totally losing it for about 5-10 minutes. So I had to look the other way. Was
that the rugby tackle there, Andy?
Yeah, that was I'm like, oh no, what you done? No. And I'm looking around, said, told you. Look at that scoreboard, frozen in time, gives away a free kick. They score. I'm telling you, that's it.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Now, when he came on, my head dropped when he came on because I was just thinking, and I was looking at my phone. And Mr. B got annoyed because I was looking at my phone and I went, I think someone said Harry Maguire. Mr. B was going, you're vexing me.
I don't like to know, man. That's why when I'm doing the Watchalongs, I don't look at the phone.
It's like you're in the nightclub and everything's so really good. The tunes are pumping, and all of a sudden you hear that. What the hell is this? Stuff comes on like that, and you're like, you bounce it, and you just totally lose your rhythm, and you're like, what the heck is this?
Maguire's on.
It's like, oh man, and it just kills the night. You know what I mean?
Did Andy, can I ask you, because you were at the game, when Harry Maguire come on, was there a sigh or was there any booing? Or people behind him still?
It was still people behind him, and there's still people. It was about 50-50. People was like, whoa.
You could sense that. You could feel that.
You could sense people were applauding, but you're like, whoa. Step back, like, oh no. It's like you start sweating like that. It's like you're getting interrogated. Everything's up the door, and you got this light on you. Oh no! So yeah, it's one of those. But it was 50-50. There was no booing, but it was just like whoa, and everyone cheering.
Quick one as well, Andy. I'm going to ask this question before we go through some more of the comments and thing. But
sorry. So Steve Fletcher said Harry Maguire is Aga do of the nightclub. Yeah. sorry. It's worthy.
I think. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, I'm going to remember that when I'm working. I'm going to remember that when I'm working Thursday night. I'll remember that.
I think there's one from Stuart Marshall as well. There's a comment there from Stuart Marshall.
Stuart Marshall saying, one bloke in front of me was actually walking out when Harry Maguire came on.
Oh, brilliant. Wow. What's this one?
Vince is saying, Andy, it was like being in a nightclub. You meet a nice girl and she introduces you to her mate, and she's not a pretty girl and she's interested in you. Yeah, that's what it's like when Slabby comes on. So they're running with this joke now, Andy. You started something here. You know?
In between us, yes. You're there in the zone, in between us comes up. Oh, no. You should have played that for Andy Maguire. In between us, some start dancing like that. Oh, God.
One thing Mr. B said yesterday when Harry Maguire come on, he said, if we lose this game, he can never come show his face in Manchester again or something along them lines. Anyway.
Yeah. You can understand that for 10 minutes we were all like that. And I think Mr. B would have been right.
Yeah. And then MEFC here, old school.
Hi, MEFC. How you doing? It says Eric Ten Hag will strip Harry Maguire of his captaincy. He's not using him. He's seen the light. So, yeah. Looks like it's curtains for him. But after I'm saying Solo's going to have to get a live beating off Mr. B. If we lose, then a watch along. Yeah, it could well be.
Yeah, it could well be. I'm definitely not going to be there for that game. Oh, brilliant. Guys, so if you're new to the channel, 26 in the chat, give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It does help. It does go far away. And also, guys, we do have membership on the channel as well. If you would like to go through the membership, it is listed on the channel, and you get the opportunity to go on Friday Night Takeaway with Mr. B. But if you're watching the watch along from yesterday, I know Mr. B got angry, but don't worry about too much. It's just, you know. Quick one here, Omundi. We're just going to read this comment from regarding Rashford mojo.
Okay, so got his mojo back. Manchester United fans praise Marcus Rashford after a brace against Arsenal. Marcus Rashford has shown signs that he's a player getting back to his very best in a Man United shirt. The England international scored 2 goals as United beat Arsenal 3-1 at Old Trafford before being voted man of the match by the fans. He also provided an assist for Anthony on his debut, capping off a wonderful outing with 3 valuable points. Rashford has now scored 3 goals and 2 assists in the last 4 games.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. I'm going to go to this comment and then I'm going to come back. Omundi, this is this?
Hi, Mohammed Hassan. How you doing, man? He's saying Robbie is an Arsenal troops. Robbie, okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Mohammed. How you doing, man?
Yeah, quick one. Who was your man in the match yesterday, Andy?
Ericsson.
He's in the Ericsson club.
I'm gonna have to for Christmas. I'm gonna for the World Cup. I'm gonna have to get myself a nice white Denmark away shirt. I think I'm gonna treat myself with Ericsson on the back. Yeah, so yeah, Ericsson was my man of the match. I don't wear too many other international shirts, but I think I'm gonna get a Denmark one. And he was my man of the match.
Yeah, wow. This one from Richard Herbert. He seems very confident.
So Rich is saying, bring on the Manchester derby now. We're ready. Martinez will have Haaland in his pocket. Martinez will have his Haaland in his pocket. I'm ready. We're on the up. I'm not getting excited, but I feel we're only getting better. So, yeah.
One game at a time. One game
exactly,
at a time.
100%. I agree. And then this is from Emma.
Okay, so she's talked to Red or Dead. She said the first loss after the little run of wins is going to hurt so bad.
It will.
So we're on a run right now. That's 4. Is that 4 in a row we've won?
Yeah. I've even said this. We'll lose games again before Christmas. So you just say it's how you react. If we're on a winning run, but we get spanked at the derby. But at least if you've gone down fighting, I can live with that. And when we go on another run again, look, we can beat the rest of the league. But if we can't match it with City, I'm still happy as Larry. I'm telling you, because I know we're mixing it, we're giving it our all, and that's all you want. Work, commitment, add energy, and just giving you all. And we're doing it at the moment. If you carry on that all the way through the season, we won't get on your case, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Emma agrees with you, what you were saying earlier as well, Andy. Guys, there is 32 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, just give us a like, share, and subscribe. And now we're going to go on to the next subject. And we're just going to read this out directly from here before we get into the conversation regarding these guys. So Monday, sorry, Oaks. Yeah, I'm a bit off.
I have to come closer to the screen here. So this is about the Glazer family. The Glazer family set Man United an asking price. Neville explains, this is Gary Neville, I imagine, why he didn't speak out as a player. This will be music to the ears of the majority of Man United fans. Supporters have often displayed their discontent at the club's ownership through the protests outside and inside Old Trafford. Most notably, fans broke into the stadium and stormed the pitch before a Premier League game against Liverpool in 2021, forcing the match to be postponed. This came in the wake of the European Super League drama, which looked like it was the final straw for a lot of people. Following the incident, United posted this following statement. Our fans are passionate about Manchester United, and we completely acknowledge the right to free expression and a peaceful protest. However, we regret the disruption to the team and actions which put other fans, staff, and police in danger. We thank the police for their support and will assist them in any subsequent investigations. Britain's richest man, Jim Ratcliffe, had expressed an interest in buying the club, though it remains to be seen whether or not he has the funds to complete a takeover for this price.
Of course, he's got the funds. God, of course, he's got, is it 15 billion? He's worth 15 billion, and he's still got change to go to the corner shop. Jeez, you know what I mean?
Also, as well, Gary Neville took to Twitter as well, and he says, "I may be completely wide off the mark, but my gut feelings is the Glazers have to sell. They have committed a new plan and stadium redevelopment, and the costs are substantial. I can't see them raising further debts to the level required. It's time to sell." So what Gary Neville is saying there, obviously, with the new stadium and everything else, it's going to be an additional debt. So I think the debt at Man United is roughly about 600 something million. So if there were to get sort of the stadium redone and everything, that could take it over probably to 1 billion with the work that needs to do in Old Trafford. Now, Kickstarter, I know Monday isn't high on topic when it comes to Glazer selling and things like that. So we're going to come to Andy first, and we'll go to Mr. B. Then we'll bring Omundi into it after he listens to all of our views on it.
Like I say, I think Gary Neville's right. It's time to go. This debt, it'll never go away. This debt will be, if they stay, this debt will be with us for the rest of our lifetime anyway. This debt will be here, and it'll never be. Remember, we were debt free and we were doing well up till 2005. We were running. We were basically, we had Carrington. We had the stadium just been redeveloped as well, and it's now it's come to a head. I think there's something in the wind, and like you say, there's something coming. There's a storm brewing, and it's a good storm. If we keep starving the sponsors and they can't get the funds in, and it's good. I mean, when all that money that's just mysteriously turned up, it's got to come out, because that they could have just they've blown next year's budget as well, because they've done it to buy time, and the times I think they've got another 12, 18 months to find this money, but it's not going to happen. Your dividends is getting swindled. You sell James Garner for 9 million. Just so you get some money in. 9 million. Criminal. Absolute criminal. The lad's a talent. And we've just sold 2 players. That's it. Pre-season Pereira to go to Fulham. That's it. We made about 15 million quid. It is pathetic. They're running scared. They're on the rocks. It's like a boxer on the ropes. You stick them final blows in, and you say, like at the end of George, you pull that trigger and blow that tank, and you say that famous line, "Now you son of a," and that will blow, and that head of the Glazers will fire it in the air, and they'll be gone. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Mr. B, with obviously the amount of debt the Glazers is what the club's gone from. They bought it on a leverage deal of, I think, is it 480 million? I think it was. Now it's gone up to about 600 million. The debt's gone to now. And to even thinking about with taking out all this money from the club to go give it to the other shareholders and everything, to thinking about redoing the stadium up, it's going to basically cripple the club, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but it's going to cripple. Look, the thing is, we already discussed what they did and why they did it, so we know why they're doing it. If that's the price that is set and somebody can afford it, then it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Chelsea's deal's just been done, but they've now put things in place where they realise that the Glazers took us and everybody else for a bunch of dickheads, although they probably knew what the other people in there got their little and knew what they were doing. But that can't happen to our club again, which means that they know it was wrong. So you get these people saying, no, blah, 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 Manchester United fans are moaning. But for the government to put a rule in place where it can never happen again means that they understand something went wrong. Yeah. So we're the ones who are now feeling the brunt of that, you know?
Yeah. Because even for Derby County, the rule's gone in as well. The Derby's called the Glazer rule. Even for Derby County, basically just been taken over as well. It's the same things that's been put in place as well. It's called the Glazer rule. Chelsea is called the Glazer rule. So it just shows what threat these guys are to football and to clubs. Because what the issue is, they could pull out of Manchester United anytime and then keep that debt's our debt. So as much as
not their debt, it's our debt.
Yeah,
they bought the club on debt from the bank. They've not put one penny of their own money into the club. And all they do is live it high with their shopping mall franchise and their Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And all they've got, and they've even got a pirate ship in their ground that fires a cannon when they get a touchdown. Jesus Christ. That's the mentality of our owners. A pirate ship. And it shows what they are, pirates at that.
Yeah, it is when you look at it. I know, obviously, with Manchester United as a debt as a club, we've got the most debt, but obviously we know Tottenham's probably, but that's due to their stadium. But they are making money from the stadium because of the NFL. They've got a lot of other events going on as well. If the Glazers were smart enough, they probably would have taken a bit of money out of their own pocket to redo Old Trafford up, and then probably get more events and make basically allowing other people to come from outside for them to get that money back. But at the moment, they're going to use the Man United money to fund it. Omundi, I know this ain't your part, but we got to get you involved in it as well with the Glazer. I know you're the football, you like the football and the pitch and everything. But Glazers, is this the right sort of what Gary Neville is saying, and also is it the right time for the Glazers to sell?
Look, all I understand, it seems that everyone wants the Glazers out, and because they're not righteous, they're not behind the club, they're taking money out of the club, and they're upsetting a lot of people. I wonder, I just put that out there, not to upset anybody, but I just wonder, I want them out too. If they're not, if they're detrimental towards the club, I want them out too. I'm saying that's my declaration on it. But I just wonder if we start picking up form and title challenging, we're not going to forget about this Glazer out business, are we? We will continue with that, I imagine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Omundi, you know what? You have to remember, they've done them for the majority of the home games this season. So I think the fact that we're winning and the fact that they're still doing the protest means that they care. What you don't want to do is we go on a run of 25 games winning in a row.
Yeah.
And then everything stops or it dwindles. It has to keep going. Things happen, and you know, the protest that we did, Arsenal did a protest. I'm not digging Arsenal. Nobody gave a toss. We did a protest and shut down a game. This is the level that we have, and this is the power that the fans have. So don't drop off. We can't drop off. Yeah, we can be happy. We can be supporting our team, and you see already, love our team, hate Glazers. There's no problem. There's no problem. We can do both. No problem at all.
If you look at how they financed their new stadium in Tampa Bay, basically they held the city to ransom and they put a tax on. If you Google it, it's there. And now they got the city to pay for the stadium, and they didn't use any of their own money to pay for the stadium.
Again.
And they can like say, do you imagine if they tried it in Manchester? They could not try it with Manchester City Council. You know what I mean? They could not try it. They wouldn't even dare to do it. But it's there. It's there in on YouTube how they got the city to pay for their new stadium in Tampa Bay. Otherwise, we're taking the team elsewhere. But like I say, fortunate for us, they can't do that here.
Yeah.
Is it true? Just finally, because I'm naive here. Is it true? Like I've heard Simon Jordan and other owners say this. You don't make money out of football, really. A lot of the owners don't really make money. A lot of money out of it. Is that true?
From Manchester United, you do.
Yeah. Do you imagine Stephen Allison said this, and he's right, clear as day. If you win stuff, what does that generate?
Money.
Liverpool, money, winning, investment, winning the Premier League, investment, winning the Champions League, consistently up there, money getting generated season after season. They're only interested in top four. You imagine your Instagram followers. You imagine a Premiership trophy there with Ten Hag at the end of the season. Jesus Christ, the guy in the PR team, It'd be absolutely. He wouldn't know where to start. He wouldn't know where to start. Well, oh my god! Oh my god! You could have to call in assistance. That signal be in the sky. You could have the signal in the sky, the big dollar bill. And do you know what I mean? Do you imagine what you get if you win such stuff? But we're still Glazers out. We're still Glazers out. But it's the mentality of the club. It's not about winning trophies. It's about.
Is there anything they could do to turn it around to get people on side again?
Too late.
Or is it too late?
No. They burnt it.
Dividends and stuff like that.
One Zoom call in 18 years, and you only did a Zoom call because you panicked. You got your hand stuck in a cookie jar. That's it. You got caught by a teacher. You didn't like it. Oh man, no. So yeah, they're on the rocks and they're going down.
And I think also as well with the Glazers as well, they did an interview. I think they went to somewhere in Tampa Bay to like the junior players or something like that. And what it was, one of them was doing like a little speech, and basically everything they said about Cristiano Ronaldo was so wrong. Every single thing about when United signed him, what age United signed him, basically they knew absolutely nothing about Ronaldo.
Right.
About nothing whatsoever about him. So it just shows how much interest they take in the actual club itself. And like what Andy said, one Zoom call. And again, the protests against Liverpool, what they're meant to have done is apparently they were coming out now, they're going to meet the fans, they're going to do all of these things with the fans, get engaged with the fans and be at more games and stuff like that. Not done. Hasn't been done at all.
Yeah. And this fan share scheme, they've just fed it out in dribs and drabs. And like I say, they've got people looking at stadium designs. They leave it out in dribs and drabs. It's just about PR, management, and damage limitation because they're still not engaging. They still don't want to know. And he said they panicked. We wouldn't have got Casemiro and Anthony if it wasn't for Jim Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
We would have got Rabiot and Artevich.
Can we just confirm?
That would have been our summer. And he said, well, they were always on the cards. What a load of BS. So I'm going to thank Jim personally from the bottom of my heart. Jim got us them two players. But even my brother said, you don't know what's going on in the background. Did Jim buy them?
I think
what the hell? What's this? Andy, that's a bit deep for Monday, man. Let's save that. Let my brain get a little bit more tired, and then they'll give you time to think.
You don't know, mate. Hey, the world works in mysterious ways now, mate. You don't know. After the last couple of years we've had, you don't know. The force is down.
He's referenced all the sci-fi films today, haven't you? One more thing. I think, have you guys seen Tropic Thunder with Tom Cruise? He plays the character. Now, I'm still, when I see the Glazers, I always think, is that Tom Cruise playing that role? I don't know, check it out. I've always thought that about the Glazers, you know? Or even...
That's a good one, Amanda. That's a good one.
That's true. They look like they're in character there, but they've got masks or something. It can't be real, you guys, you know? Anyway.
Oh, brilliant. So we got FC United in the building. Yes, you are very late as always. Rush is asking a question. How can you go from Arnautovic to Casemiro? Shocking. Glazers out. Then there was one thing I saw here earlier, and it was Robbie Norman was asking among the questions. Imagine not having to pay dividends and interest. There's your profit.
Yeah.
Can I just say something about profit? Yeah, I predicted the score the other day as well as free goals. But my thing is this: everyone's outraged about it's coming out of our pocket, all this kind of thing. We're going into like power bills are going up and everything else. I hope we have that same passion and fight with the people that are putting our bills up.
Yeah. Well, I watched Jay and them done a show earlier on the paddock about it as well, so it was interesting.
Jay is very political, isn't he? I'm not going to go into politics, but yeah, I think it's outrageous. I mean, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. And big up Football versus Cancer in the chat as well. Welcome, sir. Hope you're keeping well. Big up, bro. So, guys, Andy, any last word from you, sir? 37 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, just give us a subscribe, please.
Let's just keep that momentum going. And I would say we go on to now. We've got Real Sociedad, Europe beckons. We've got a big month coming up where it's 2 games a week. Then it's on to Crystal Palace. Let's just keep backing the lads. We got your back, lads. As long as you keep giving your all, let's say we won't get on your case, and we're still Glazers out. And let's keep this movement going. And let's say don't be distracted by the new toys on the pitch or in the cabinet behind me. You know what I mean? Just keep going. Back the team, but hate the Glazers. That's it. Move on to the next game. Europe beckons.
Mr. B.
You know me, bruv. I keep it nice and short, man. Everybody just be safe, man. We won. We got 2 games to win this week. I want the weekend to film. I said, even if we batter Sociedad, it's not going to give me the same joy as the game that we did this week. But keep it going. Keep the momentum going. I want a run of games. I want a 10 or a 12 unbeaten. All right, we'll take a couple of draws in there, but that's what I want at the moment. I want to be at the moment. My enthusiasm is being tempered by the fact that they've done this to me before. So I want to get to the stage where it's unbridled. We're going to win every single game. I'm going to the bookies. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. That's what I want. I want them to get me to that stage. So yeah.
But we did this last time. We did this last time when it was empty stadiums. But this time we've got a different manager and the fans and everyone's together on it. We're all together on it.
Yeah,
and we've got tactics.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time as well I feel that there's a togetherness with the club, the fans, and obviously the manager. I'm not talking about the Glazers, obviously, but it's almost like we at a stage where certain players have come in and it's almost a lift a few other players, not every single player, and it's to take it to the next step. And like what Mr. B says, I'm still smiling. I'll be smiling all the way through until we play Crystal Palace on Sunday. And that's how I'm going to roll with it. Miss Omundi?
Yeah, look, we do this channel, so like I'm blinkered. I'm all about Man United. My whole life is about Manchester United. Every day I'm reading about it. I'm watching the games. I'm just studying everything, about Man United. So I'm just thinking about, gosh, a year ago we had Ollie in charge, and we went to this series of 6 games coming up, and we knew they'd be daunting, and we struggled and we suffered, and we really suffered badly. As we know, we took a road trip up for the Liverpool game as well. That was painful for us. And looking back, I mean, there's been a lot of changes since then. If you look at me, so Ralph's come along. I have to salute Ralph. He's done a lot of good work, in my opinion. And suddenly we got a good manager in, and we said, well, give it 2-3 windows and we'll be able to maybe get in the top 4. And already people are encouraged by what we're seeing on the pitch. It's like overnight he's sort of making things work, And I think the manager is the most important person in the club for me, as proven with Alex Ferguson and as proven now with Ten Hag. We need to get behind this guy and be grateful that we've got him, because I can see a promising future for Man United Football Club with this guy in charge, just based on what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Now, like Mr. B said, we might draw a couple of games, we might lose, but already I can see the change and the attitude change as well. And like Andy was saying, they need to give 100% and be on the page. And I think even Ronaldo has been converted. That's a couple of weeks ago, his body language was really off, but everyone said, yeah, he's maybe been converted now. He's on side. You can see, watching him, his body language on the pitch the other day was great. He's closing down, he's working for the team, and even though he's not looking for the glory so much, he was doing stuff for the team instead of standing upside and waving his arms and not getting the ball or whatever. So yeah, I'm really encouraged. Get behind Ten Hag. He's the main man.
Okay, guys. That's from us now. But Andy, before we go, we always do this. We know we're going to see you back here on a Monday night, but we always do this with you, sir. So where can people find you? Make sure you go check Andy out as well, please.
You can find me on TikTok. I'm currently banned on Instagram due to, not me, another imposter. So, and I've got a YouTube channel, ATTV, just a bit of fun. Do it when I want to do it. It's casual, it's fun. I'll do a review here and there. I might even do a watch along here and there. But it's, I'm on them 2 socials. But end of the month, I'll have my Instagram back. And, the real Andy Tate will be back on, not an imposter.
Thank you so much, guys, and thanks to every single person in the chat. Remember, if you're liking, sharing, give us a subscribe as well, guys, and we will be back here tomorrow. I believe they're going to be doing fantasy football. I believe they're going to be streaming it through here. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I've been told. Also, Mr. B had to jump off. His battery died. Also, guys, the eye test will be back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock as well. So make sure you tune in for Monday and bath time. Wednesday, I think it's a preview show. Thursday, the watch along and a reaction. And then Friday, preview as well. So guys, make sure you stay tuned to the Money Agenda. It's all going off. So thanks for everyone watching, liking, sharing from us. Good night.
Thank you.